Following the president's remarks yesterday, our own Joey Jones tweeting, "I cannot believe I gave 2 legs for my tuition. What a dope I am, oorah." He joins us now. Clearly, you got a problem with this, Joey. Critics say it's fundamentally unfair. What do you say?
There is certainly a fairness element here that doesn't pan out. That tweet was more making fun of myself, I think, than anything, of saying, listen, you can give your body and soul to this country, and you don't do it because you expect something in return. You don't do it because you expect any kind of benefit or even to get ahead in life. You do it because you believe it's the right thing to do and it's something you can do. Then you juxtapose that to a class of Americans, and really, if you're my age, almost an entire generation of Americans who have been told the only way to make it in life is to go to a 4-year school, a state school, or a private school if you can get into it. You didn't really focus on the type of degree, just the fact of the degree. And then you go out and you take $100,000, $200,000 in student loans to get it. And then our government looks at this and right before midterm elections decides providing forgiveness for those who have a higher propensity to be a high-income household rather than those that maybe, like my dad, were a brick and block mason or a welder or a plumber or doing some of the trade work that is at a huge labor deficit. Those people don't need attention. It's only those that have a student loan. My gripe with this is that it is about purchasing votes rather than helping Americans. And I can tell you why in one quick statistic. How much of this aid challenges universities to provide more scholarships or lower their tuition? There are 2 statistics to know. Since 1980, tuition has tripled after being adjusted for inflation. On top of that, you look at the school I went to, Georgetown University, $2.5 billion in endowment. Texas, $42 billion. Notre Dame, Michigan, and Texas A&M, 3 very different universities, $12 billion in an endowment. This type of aid only helps the higher education institutions. It doesn't help Americans.
Yeah, no question those endowments are high, and some critics say maybe you use that to lower tuition. Gretchen Smith, who runs a military nonprofit called Code of Vets, opposed the debt relief plan back in April. And she posted this on Twitter on Tuesday. She said, "I grew up in poverty in the mountains of North Carolina. I ate out of a garden, lived in government housing, shopped at yard sales. I joined the Air Force, earned my GI Bill. I attained 4 degrees and created my own version of the American dream. I am not responsible for your student debt." She tweeted something similar and put it on LinkedIn back in April. LinkedIn took it off, saying that it violated their hate speech policy. But some people now are responding to her, trying to draw an equivalence between the GI Bill and the student loan forgiveness. But people who are being forgiven their loans now, all they did was go to school. They didn't serve in the military.
Well, you could draw a closer resemblance between those that chose to go into public service to get student loan forgiveness. But even then, you're looking at a bad deal. Listen, if you go to college, get an education, and go out and try to make money. Go out and try to provide for your family. Listen, there's a real easy plan here. Spend 10 years in the industry that you're educated in, making as much money as you can, pay off your house, put a good nest egg together, and then go work for a nonprofit. I have someone that was blowing my messages up yesterday, complaining to me about this student loan debt forgiveness because it's not enough. What she forgot to mention until 30 minutes into it is that she works for a nonprofit on purpose, and she went to a private school for law school on purpose. Those are 2 decisions she made and didn't have to make. If you put yourself in a debt, then you have to put yourself in a position to get out of it. That's what we should expect from Americans, and that's what service members who put their life on the line did. Listen, I'm against using a benefit post-service to get you to enlist to begin with. I didn't use the GI Bill. I used vocational rehab because my entire life was turned upside down, and I needed a full package of opportunity, but I earned it. And that's all we ask. All we ask is that Americans make wise decisions and that our government regulate this cultural emphasis on a specific monolithic path of education. And maybe we look back at some of these trade school high schools that places like Georgia are doing that provide an opportunity for Americans to make money, not just Joey, expand their minds looking at Socrates' shadows on the wall.
Joey, I want to get this in because this just happened at the White House. Obviously, this is a big topic of conversation at the briefing. Listen to Jackie Heinrich with Karine Jean-Pierre.
The president often says that we're not in a recession because we've got, record job market, record low unemployment, businesses investing in America at record rates. So why are those appropriate conditions to forgive student debt.
Well, thank you for laying out all the work that the president has done. That is 1,000% correct. But we've also said that we know that some people are still suffering. You've heard us say that too. Like, yes, the economy can be turned back on, and we've created, to what you've just laid out, nearly 10 million new jobs since the president took office. That matters. The economy is stronger than it's been in some time. And we have said that, you've heard the president say that, there's still some folks who need a little bit more help. And this is what the president is trying to do. Both can be true. It's not one or the other.
So Jackie Heinrich there, Joey, with the juxtaposition that the president keeps saying the economy is doing great, but people are suffering because their economy isn't great, so they need the student loan relief. Quick final thought.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was Washington Post or Wall Street Journal because they were so closely aligned on this topic, but one of them pointed out that by their numbers, the cost of this program pretty much nullifies the deficit reduction of the Inflation Reduction Act over the next 10 years. And that's just astonishing because that shows you the dirty politics. They spend 2 weeks selling us on a bill because it will reduce the deficit, and then 2 weeks later they're coming out with programs that will essentially get rid of that deficit reduction. And you know what? They won't bring it back up because that's a bad sticking point there they can't stand to live with. But that's what we get from D.C. And it's our job in November to remind them that we paid attention.
All right, Joey Jones, as always, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.